soap spoilers, EastEnders bullies exposed, and 9 other moments you have to see this week. Will Madison and Alexandra get their comeuppance? Struggling to keep track with the constant stream of soap spoilers? Fear not, as every Monday Digital Spy picks out the biggest and best storylines hitting your screens in the week ahead. 1. EastEnders, Sonia comes out fighting for Bex. We've never been so pleased to see Sonia. Fresh from returning to Walford with a bang last week, the next couple of episodes see Sonia trying to solve Bex's problems once and for all. After quizzing Bex about the bullying and exactly what's been going on, Sonia heads to the school and urges the teachers to take action. It doesn't take long for Sonia to find out that Bex's supposed friend Louise has been involved in the bullying for weeks now, leading to some strong words from Sharon when she finds out. But will Madison and Alexandra get their comeuppance too when Sonia tells the school what they've been up to? 2. Coronation Street, Shona's secret is revealed. After weeks of speculation, we're about to learn a whole lot more about coy newcomer Shona as her big secret is exposed at last. Adding another coy secret to the recent list, show bosses have managed to avoid the big reveal leaking out ahead of transmission, so fans should be in for a surprise tonight. When Shona overhears the Platts talking about David's shocking, and short-lived, plans to blow up Killer Clayton last autumn, she causes a right stir by coming clean to Gail about what she's just heard. Fortunately, Shona has no interest in using the information to her advantage, but she does want to take the opportunity to reveal her own huge secret. What could it be and how will Gail react? 3. Emmerdale, a mystery guest unsettles Pierce. Emmerdale's Vanessa has one last card to play this week as she tries to expose Pierce's true colors before his wedding to Rona. After continuing to watch Pierce closely all week, someone has to. Vanessa ends up in possession of contact details for someone that he really wouldn't want to be reunited with. Unable to resist interfering, Vanessa makes contact with the individual in question, who later pops up just when Pierce and Rona were least expecting it. But who's the mystery visitor, and will this be one of Vanessa's plans that actually works? We're doubtful, but let's wait and see. 4. Hollyoaks, Bart's death aftermath. The big question all this week is what the future holds for Warren and Sienna, as they both find themselves at the center of another grisly murder case. If only Warren had been able to keep his bad temper in check. Fresh from murdering Bart McQueen and hiding his body in Sally and Nita's attic, Warren is in a right old quandary as he wonders how to move the corpse without arousing suspicion. Something tells us Sally will be harder to fool than naive Nita. But can Warren and Sienna find any way to make this cover-up work? After his first attempts backfired in Friday's E4 First Look episode, Warren resorts to Plan B this week by offering to fix a leak in Sally and Nita's ceiling. Will this be his chance to sneakily retrieve Bart? Let's just hope Warren and Sienna don't repeat Darren and Maxine's mistakes by hiding Bart in the city wall, as we all remember how that turned out with Patrick. 5. Neighbours, Shane Rebecchi arrives. A whole new era begins on Ramsay Street this week with the return of Toadie Rebecchi's older brother Shane after 22 years away. Shane's barely been in touch with Toadie for 2 decades, but that still doesn't stop him from heading back to Ramsay Street this week to see how he's doing post-Sonia. Which is all Angie's idea, of course. Shane may be in town to spy on Toadie, but he's soon distracted by the business and residential opportunities that Erinsborough has to offer. Within a week, he's taken over the lease for Harold's Cafe and got himself a new house as he moves into Lauren's old home. Fast work, even by soap standards. 6. EastEnders, Lee Ryan arrives just as disaster strikes. We're pretty sure the two aren't linked, although you never know with EastEnders. But Blue's Lee Ryan makes his debut as newcomer Woody this week on the very same day that disaster strikes at the Queen Vic. Talk about bad timing. Woody is sent into the pub under instruction from absent landlady Linda Carter, who wants a new bar manager to oversee things while she and Mick are both away. But Woody is about to realize that life at the Vic is never quiet, as another calamity befalls the business on the same day as Sylvie's funeral. Could it be the final straw for the Carters? 7. Coronation Street. Did Amy Barlow push Ken? There isn't much loyalty in the Barlow clan at the moment, and even Amy isn't shy when it comes to selling one of her own family members down the river. Pretty annoyed when she realizes that Adam is trying to pin the blame for Ken's attack on Tracy, quick-thinking Amy makes a secret phone call to the police to point the finger in his direction instead. Amy tells the police that they should closely examine Ken's new kitchen worktop, which was only installed on the night he was attacked and was dusted for fingerprints at the time. When Adam's fingerprints are found all over it, he's left with some serious explaining to do after previously lying that he was nowhere near the street when Ken got shoved. But is Amy actually trying to cover her own tracks here? That's certainly what Tracy starts to suspect. 8. Emmerdale, Adam and Victoria's fertility bombshell. With popular couple Adam and Victoria no further forward when it comes to their dream of starting a family together, Diane intervenes by deciding that it can't hurt to speak to some fertility doctors. Kind-hearted as ever, Diane even offers up her own cash so they can get some tests done privately. Adam and Victoria are hopeful that there's nothing to worry about, but when the time comes to hear their results, they're devastated by the news that they might not be able to have children. As Adam takes the revelation particularly badly and goes off the rails, it's the start of a downward spiral which will put his relationship with Victoria under serious strain. 9. Hollyoaks, Marnie's revenge scheme gathers pace. Mac Nightingale really can't trust anybody this week as his on-off partner Marnie, son James and even a medical professional all team up to make him suffer. Turns out that Marnie has leverage to blackmail her GP and has no qualms about threatening Dr. Monroe to give Mac a false diagnosis. Mac is sent into a spin when he hears what's supposedly wrong with him, but Marnie fears it's all about to backfire badly when he mysteriously vows to reassert control and start fighting back before his diagnosis takes over. Has Marnie underestimated him? 10. Home and Away. Ash discovers his brother is alive. Working out the estate of a recently deceased soap character rarely runs smoothly, as Ash discovers this week when he tries to carry out Billy's final wishes by making sure her money goes to baby Luke. As the cash can't be released without paperwork showing that Billy's other brother Luke is dead, Ash's girlfriend Kat helps him out by calling the authorities. Once Kat hears back, the news she receives is pretty baffling, as it's confirmed that there's actually no record of Luke Ashford ever dying. This paves the way for a shock reunion between Luke and Ash in a few days' time. No wonder there was a mystery guy lurking at Billy's funeral recently.